never claimed that we were ever like the most aggressive band or the hardcore band or anything like that. And I think that's one thing that may have set us apart from a lot of bands that were around at that time, is that we were into melodies and we were into sappier songs and singing about girls and just singing about sort of feelings and emotions, not necessarily just something that was more straight up political and angry.
But you did. I mean, people. I've read some really dumb stuff about American Idiot where they're saying, oh, finally they're looking at their, politics, and I look back at like Maria or something, and it's like it was there already. You've always been sort of looking at the outside world and, the girls and the basket case.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all, for me, it's all got to come from the same spontaneous kind of place. You can force it sometimes, but I mean, it comes a point where you have to. It's just got to come natural to a certain extent, So I mean, the politics, I don't know. I never really got into the political thing until I felt like, I don't know, like I felt like I had to. It was a knee-jerk reaction. It was a response to what was going on, and I think right now for me it's the scariest time I've ever been alive.
Yeah. No, it's a scary time for a lot of people. I mean, there was a whole. During the election year, there was a lot of people were suddenly feeling politics, in a way they hadn't before.
Yeah, I think for us it was so, everything was so moderate. If you look at it's like George Bush is the moderate candidate. No, John Kerry is the moderate candidate. And both of them sat there and you're like, well, they got their moderate candidate. It's it's the guy that went to AA. That's the president right now. So So it's for us it was so I mean I really wanted to declare the opposition as far as making writing songs with political themes in it. Just that's, I don't know, that's that's just where I come from.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's always been that streak in California punk. There's Bad Religion. They've been thinking about that stuff for a long time. And how long did it take to make American Idiot? Was it endless or was it quick?
I think the whole process with recording it and writing it was about 18 months. So it was, I don't know. I think like we really just wanted to go somewhere we've never gone before. Just really, test every boundary that we have. And, like I said, it was like either people are thinking this is, either people think this is great, or they're going to think that it sucks and we're crazy, So
or it's great and you're crazy.
Yeah, great and crazy is good too.
Did when you were putting the songs together, did they get juggled a lot, or did you see when did you see the through line for it?
I don't know. I think it was right around. I think it was right after St. Jimmy. Like, because we ended up writing the beginning. We ended up writing the beginning and the end, and it was all about trying to fill in the middle. Excuse me. And then there was, so it was, how, what's going to happen with this character? What's going to happen? Jesus of Suburbia. Who is he going to encounter? What's going to happen with this guy? Who are the people that he's going to meet? So, and then I don't know. It just ended up, then St. Jimmy just kind of, came out of nowhere, and
You need a villain.
Yeah, he's great. He's a cool dude.
I was also thinking, a lot of people are saying that with downloading with iPods, the album's a dead thing. The idea of making something that's longer than a song is getting to be extinct. And yet there's American Idiot, there's Neil Young's Greendale, there's that last Mars Volta album. I mean, lots of people are writing album-length albums these days still. I mean, were you thinking, I'm going to hold back the tide?
No, I honestly think people are just looking for something that's more than just a piece of shit, there's so many people that they want, like, bands are such, like, rock bands are such pussies, like, they don't, and it's, that's harsh, but they don't, it's like they put these they want to get their 3 songs and then in the record, and they build a record around it, and they want to have, they want to get on a tour with a big band, and they want to, hopefully, they give the song to radio, and hopefully they'll play it, and it's just, man, it's just, I don't know. For me, I love the album. I love albums. I always thought of Green Day as being not a band that made singles, but made full albums, and I don't know. I just get so it's hard to watch because it's just things get so like I don't want to mention any names, but no, it's all right. No, I'm not taking cheap shots. But it gets difficult to watch because hip hop is beating the shit out of rock musicians. No, it's great. It's great. It's even the crappiest, lowbrow hip hop song, you definitely know what they're talking about. They're in the club. They're they're looking for some trim and they're having a great time doing it. So it's.
And it probably has a great beat.
Yeah, it has a great beat, and you can dance to it. God, what's the name of the rock song that's done that in the last 10 years, So, it's, as far as on a mainstream level, because there's a lot of great underground bands that are out there, too.
Yeah.
So.
Do you still get to listen to them? Do you...
Yeah, there's been a few bands I've really loved. In the past 5 or 6 years, there's a great band called Dillinger 4, an amazing band. And then, The Explosion is a great band, too, So,
yeah.
And I don't know, and there's a lot of others that I'm not.
Yeah. No, there is still an underground out there.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime, you find a kid that's, playing guitar, all night long, there are people that are booking their own shows and doing things their own way as far as, some kind of network of just people like doing things themselves, it's an all ages thing, and that's always going to be around.
Yeah,
for sure.
When Dookie came out and you were suddenly a giant hit, did you get sort of a backlash about, oh, you're sellouts, you actually put a tune on a song, that kind of thing?
No, not at all.
No.
Yeah, it was bad, man. Especially because, like being in the San Francisco Bay Area, people are pricks. But, we just, like I said, for us it always came down to the song and, writing good tunes and, and just sort of weather that storm.
Well, how dare you want people to listen to you?
Yeah, I guess it's needed. Those people have their point, for sure, But I don't know, I just, one thing that I've always learned from punk rock is that it's, for me, it's like a metaphor for life. You become an individual, you do things your own way, and, I guess fuck what everybody thinks about you,
So speaking of punk rock, where's the best place to hit a guitar on the floor if you want to smash it?
I don't really do that. I can tell you the best place to get naked, though.
Oh, well.
I don't know. Trey could probably tell you the best place to light a drum set on fire.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I don't know. We haven't been doing that. We've been actually giving guitars away. Playing
That's better in a way.
Yeah,
No, I was telling you, I was at a Roseland concert a couple of years ago where, the show's over, last song, applause, lights go up, and suddenly the stage is reduced to a pile of rubble. Mm. Slowly the stage is reduced to a pile of rubble.
Oh, yeah. I think that we would play a half-hour set and then spend 15 minutes destroying our equipment. So I was like, to get the full 45-minute set in, Contracts are crucial. Yeah.